Om Brahmanandam Paramasukadam Kevalam Jnanamurtim Dvandvatitam Gagana Sadrisham Tattvamatsyaadilaksham Ekam Nityam Vimalam Achalam Sarvadhi Sakshibhutam Bhavatitam Trigunarahitam Sadgurum Tam Namami. Om Sadashivasamarambham Shankaracharya-madhyamam Asmadacharya-paryantam Vande Guru-paramparam Shruti-smriti-purananam Alayam Karunalayam Namami Bhagavat-pada Shankaram Loka-shankaram Shankaram Shankaracharyam Keshavam Badarayanam Sutra Bhasha Krutau Vande Bhagavantau Punah Punaha. Om Samasta Jana Kalyane Niratam Karunamayam Namami Chinmayam Devam Sadgurum Brahma Vidvaram Sadgurum Brahma Vidvaram. Om Sahana Vavatu Sahanau Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu ma vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om. Om Sarva Vedanta Siddhanta Gocharam Tamagocharam Govindam Paramanandam Sadgurum Pranatosmyaham Sadgurum Pranatosmyaham. So we have just a few verses left in this subsection, which is titled, given a title by Gurudev, there is no plurality, or was it something else? Yeah, there is no plurality. Neha nanasti kinchana, a phrase taken from Kathopanishad. And what Shruti has said and what Bhagavan is trying to say here, that it is not like there is duality now and then later on when you realize this duality will go away. There is nothing to go away because there is no duality even now. Even now it is only one, Advaita. Just like the example they give is dream. When we wake up, we come to know that it was an illusion. It doesn't mean that the dream was really real while the dream was happening. It is not like that time it was very real and now it became an illusion. What is really real can never become an illusion. And so if it is proven to be an illusion, then know that previously when it was happening also it is an illusion. That is the principle. Like when we wake up to the higher reality, this waking world will appear to us as an illusion. So those realized masters who have experienced the self and then now they know that this is an illusion, know that even right now it is an illusion only. But we are giving it reality because we have not woken up to the highest state, Turiya state. Now we were on verse 476, am I right? It completed till 475. Bandho mokshascha triptischa chintarogyaksudadayah svenaiva vedyaya jnanam pareshamanumanikam. Bondage and liberation, contentment and anxiety, health, hunger, etc. are known only by the person concerned. Others have knowledge of these by mere inference. What it means is, if I am hungry, will you know how hungry I am? Or I'm thirsty, will you know? Also, when I eat food, if I say I'm full, then you have to infer that, okay, she's not eating anymore, that means she must be full. That you can only infer. You can never know how hungry I was, or when that food, how much food satiated me, until I tell you. So this bondage and liberation also, Bhagwan is saying, it's like that. The person who gets liberated, he alone can know, and he alone can get liberated, and nobody can liberate him. Gurudev has said, I'm not a mule guru. I can only show you the path. I cannot give you no guru can give us liberation. Is not something to be given to us, because we are already liberated. Nobody can give us something that I already have. If I didn't have, yes, I don't have a job, I don't have a house, I don't have money, I don't have clothes, shoes, whatever that I don't have. So that is called as apraptasya prapti. Aprapta, I do not have it right now, then somebody can give it to me. Friend can give it to me, guru can give it to me, government can give it to me, somebody can give it to me. But how can they give me something which I already have? They can't. And only I know that I have it. They can only infer. Like if a master, if a seeker realizes, then only he knows that he is real. It is his knowledge. Other people can only infer by looking at him. When we look at, realized masters like Tapon Maharaj, fearlessly roaming around in the Himalayas, never ever thinking of, family, what my family must be doing, because it's an illusion. What is there to think of? Raman Maharshi. It is like, saying that I keep thinking about the dream that I had last night. Nobody thinks of the dream that they had. Once they wake up, do they think about the dream, whatever happened in the dream? So that realized master only knows that he is liberated. Others can only infer. Svenaiva Vedya, you alone know. Just like you only know your own hunger and thirst, that way you alone will know if and as and when and if you are liberated. You will know. Others will only infer. Okay, so I've underlined the line on the next. This is a supporting verse for the term Swanubhutihi in the previous verse. Swanubhuti, which is my own experience, that will give me liberation. It cannot be somebody else's experience. And nobody else can give me the experience. It's like, I am sick. Can somebody take medicine for me? As parents, we would like to take the pain from our child. Suppose if our child is in pain or has a cold, the mother will always feel, oh, I hope I get this cold and my child, but can she really do it? She can't. She will have that feeling, but it cannot be done. So that child, that person himself or herself has to undergo all the pain or pleasure, whatever. Okay. तटस्थिता बोधयन्ति गुरवश्रुतयो यथा प्रज्ञैयैव तरेद् विद्वान् ईश्वरानुगृहीतया. Standing apart, the teachers and the scriptures instruct the disciple. The man of realization crosses over avidya by illumination and the grace of God. So standing apart, the teachers and the scriptures instruct that, like I said, like Gurudev said, I can show you the way. I can point out, I can show you this is what needs to be done, but ultimate liberation is yours own. See, there is 4 types of krupa, grace, that is required, they say, in liberation. One is Ishwar krupa. Ishwar krupa has to be there. Then Shastra krupa, scriptures, krupa of the scriptures. Then Guru krupa. And 4th one is Atma krupa. Now, Ishwara krupa, we all have. You know why? We are breathing. The very fact that we are sitting here, we are breathing, we are talking, we are listening, indicates Ishwar krupa. So that is there. Shastra krupa will happen when you, Kathopanishad says, when you choose, Shruti says, when the one who chooses me exclusively, I reveal myself to them. Saraswati, that is what she says. Shruti, who is Shruti Mata, right? The mother, you have to choose her. So when you make that choice, that Shastra Kripa will come. Means she will herself reveal herself to you. That's what. Then Guru Krupa is required, because Shastra is to be explained by a Guru. So what happens is, when you are ready, and Gurudev has given this example, when the flower is ready, see, the flower is stationary, it is on the plant. Flower doesn't go looking for the bee. When the flower is ready, the bee automatically understands that it is ready, and it goes there. That way, Gurudev used to say, you don't run around looking for the Guru. You stay at one place, you prepare yourself, and the Guru will come to you. That is Guru Krupa. Guru Krupa will happen when we prepare ourselves. See, there is one thing that they always say, that, without Ishwar Krupa, liberation is not possible. And then those who have wicked logic, it is called as wicked logic, then I will wait. No, when grace will come, I will get liberation. That is very, very wrong. We have to understand that grace will not come unless I put in self-effort. That they miss out. It's like I have all my blinds closed and I'm saying, oh, the sun is not giving me sunlight. The sun is not giving me sunlight. But I have not taken the effort to open the blinds. The sun is out there shining, but I have to least I have to do is get up and open the blinds. So self-effort is in our hands. Then this Guru Krupa will happen. Means Guru will come in our lives by one way or another. And it is then up to us to seize the opportunity and then go ahead. Atma Krupa is your own determination, your will, that come what may, I will get this. Now here, Guru and Shruti, they are external. Guru, right? Guru is an external Guru. Shruti also is the books, the Vedas. So that is also external. Atma Krupa and Ishwara Krupa is internal, ours. Okay. Now, very beautiful paragraph. This is that Gurudev has interpreted. What he's saying is, now Ishwara Krupa, what it is, see, Ishwara, the concept of Ishwara is that he is the controller of this entire world, universe, and then he's also Antaryami, he's controlling us from within. What is actually controlling us is our vasanas, right? Vasanas are what are driving us. Vasanas are creating thoughts, and those thoughts are giving rise to action. So ultimately, what is driving us is vasana. Now, when we purify that vasana, so that it tells us to go towards this spiritual emancipation, that becomes Ishwara Krupa. So the vasanas themselves become Ishwara, like Ishwara, Antaryami. What is meant by Antaryami? Internal controller. What is controlling us internally is vasanas. And therefore, the purification of the vasanas is very essential. Now, vasanas are very subtle. We cannot touch them. But when the thought comes in our mind, at that time, then you have to make the right choice. And that then becomes Atma Krupa. So there is Ishwara Krupa will happen, but see, it is like Guru will come, but I may choose to ignore him. Right? Atma Krupa, my will also has to be there. I'm okay. Now this class is there, but it is your will also that you want to attend. That also has to be there. It's not like I can just have a class and okay, Zoom session and open and I'm sitting here and then nobody is coming. So that Atma Krupa has to be there. So this vasanas, now how do we start with the vasanas? There is a certain set of vasanas that we have brought with us. Now that we have come into this knowledge, it is due to some punya, some merit, punya, that we have come into this knowledge. Now this knowledge is telling us to purify the mind. Now we should do Atma Krupa. It will be Atma Krupa if I really work towards purifying my mind. See, I can just hear and then, okay, purified mind. There are people like, yeah, mind is to be purified, but nothing. So that self-effort is very, very, very essential. So that's why I'm saying teachers and scriptures can instruct us. Man of realization here crosses over avidya. Man of realization should be actually taken as the seeker. The seeker who is very serious about this, who has Atma Krupa. means his own will to go for it, will cross over based on the instructions that are given. And instructions have to be followed. Then only they will work. Otherwise, how will they work? Okay, that's important. So internal values we have to develop, and that is this Shat Sampati, Shama, Dama, all internal. Control of the senses, control of the mind, then Shraddha, faith, internal, Titiksha, patience, forbearance, all this is strength of the mind. That all indicates how strength. That's why, like I said, when situations hit us, how am I responding? That will tell you. That will tell you the strength of your own mind. Okay. Svanubhutya swayam nyatva swamatmana khanditam samsiddha sammukham tishtet nirvikalpatmanatmani. Knowing his absolute self through realization, becoming perfect, a man should stand face to face before the Atman with mind free from all concepts of dualism. Standing face to face is not a verb. It is not to be taken as a verb. Okay, I'm standing in front of Atman. No, standing face to face with Atman is to complete realize that I am that Atman. I am that Brahman. Atma and Brahman is one and the same. I have underlined the second paragraph. To sit face to face is to become one with, not actually physically sitting. When you have moved away from sleep and dream, you are face to face with the waker. That is the concept. Okay, that is the idea. So face to face, you become Brahman, and the mind should be dissolved by then. This duality is created by the mind. It is the mind that is telling me that you are different, I am different, I am very emotional, I am very this. All this is the mind. When the mind dissolves, all concepts of duality will be gone. That is what is meant by stand face to face with Atman. Okay, not a physically standing. Now this next verse is the principle of Vedanta. Vedanta Siddhanta Niruktiresha Brahmaiva Jiva Sakalam Jagatcha Akhanda Rupa Stitireva Moksho Brahma Dvitiye Shrutaya Pramanam. The final opinion of all Vedantic discussion is that the Jiva as well as the entire universe are Brahman alone. That liberation means to be rooted in Brahman, the indivisible entity. The statement that Brahman is non-dual has its authority in Shruti. So in Vedanta, I have told you this many times, there are three basic questions. Who am I? What is this world? And who has created the world, the universe or the world? Jagat. Jiva, Jagat, Ishvara. And Ishvara comes into play because I am very sure that I have not created the world. That means, and when I see something, when I see an effect, that is how the intellect only functions in the realm of cause and effect. So the intellect always, okay, my head is hurting. So what is the cause of that? What did I do? Always it will hunt for causes, the intellect. So when I see this world, who is the cause? Who created this cause? This effect, sorry. So then the answer has to come God, because I didn't, and there's no way that any human would admit that, oh, I didn't, but he did. It's too, I would be too egoist. My ego will not allow that. Okay, I didn't create, but my neighbor did. No. So Ishwar, these are the three basic questions. Now, what is happening in Vedanta when we realize, we come to know that I am the substratum of the world. I am the substratum. That is what we come to know. And so Jiva and Brahman, Jagat merges. That's the first step. This world is not apart from me. I am the substratum of the world. When the world merges, now there remains only me and Ishvara. But then if I am the substratum is the same as Brahman. Brahman is the substratum. And therefore that duality also merges. The triad merges in liberation. Right now there is a triad going on. There is the subject, there is the object, and then there is the experiencing. So in this Nirvikalpa Samadhi, what happens is, what remains is only the big I, not the small I. I am Savikalpa Samadhi, I am Brahman. So that I, even there, is the small I. The ego is saying, I am Brahman, and the thought is fixated on that one thought. That is Savikalpa. There is a thought there. I am Brahman. And when you stay for a long period of time, when you keep that mind on that thought, what remains only is I, which is the big I. So there is only me. There is neither the world, nor there is any Ishvara either. It's just me. That is Advaita. That is the principle of Vedanta. This is what Vedanta does, is it answers these three questions. Who am I? What is the world? And who is the creator of the world? So this is what it is. Jiva, the individuality, is Brahman alone. Jagat, the world of plurality, is also Brahman. And the state of experience of this one reality where there is no duality is liberation. So there is no three things, there is only one thing. And this is the Brahmaiva Jiva Sakalam Jagatcha. This whole world, that is the final conclusion. That's why he concludes. The authority for the above conclusion is Shruti. So Bhagwan is saying it, and therefore he says, who said this? You are saying, no, I am not saying it. This is what Shruti is saying. So this verse is an entire essence of all the Upanishads, all the Vedas, everything. This is the essence. That's it. Jiva Brahma Aikya. There is no world. That is it. Now we're going to be, the next topic comes up. It's got 40 verses. The disciples, this thing. Now the disciple has been, he asked that question in verse 47, I believe. He asked those 7 questions, and the Guru has instructed up to verse 479. And now from 480, the disciple will talk. But we will not be able to complete this, and I don't want to leave it halfway. So we have some time. If anybody wants to ask anything or say anything, we will begin this class. Will now meet on January the 13th, Friday, because January 7th would be the first class. So January 13th, and we will continue with this. There are about 100 verses left now in this text. So we'll see. Before June, definitely we're going to complete. So maybe 2 months, 3 months, however it goes. It'll go fast now. This will go a bit more fast. So if anybody has any questions or wants to say anything.
I certainly do have a couple of questions. One, you mentioned about the person having, as you said in the last word, the authority for the above conclusion is Shruti. When a person gets to that state and has a desire to remain in that state, what happens to that person? Or how will
you're talking of Samadhi? What state are you talking about?
The state of the last verse, the last
the liberations, once he's liberated.
Yes. If the person comes and understand that this is everything, is Brahman.
Correct.
Okay, at least intellectually the person understands.
No. We shouldn't say at least intellectually. Intellectually, we have understood it.
Yes, I understand.
So man of realization, he has transcended the intellect also.
That's right. Yes, correct.
Okay.
So if that is the case, how that man of realization will there be a desire to remain in that state, or will that person be as normal as us? Or
that is his choice.
Seeker?
That is his choice. Okay. There will be no desire to remain in the state because he is the state. Okay, it's like this, Like I said, I will have a desire for something which I don't have. And that is what why are we running after objects or whatever? I desire happiness. Why? Because I think I don't have happiness, right? I think if I get this, I'll be happy. If I get that, I'll be happy. Now this person has realized self to be the source. There will be no desire whatsoever, because the mind, desire is at the level of the mind. Where is desire? It is at the level of the mind. He has to have transcended the mind and intellect to reach that state. And then after reaching that state, they are in the body, because body doesn't die right away, right? Because body is being carried by prarabdha. So they say, okay, this is the prarabdha of the body. I have to be in this body till the body, continues, because it's prarabdha, whatever time is there. Now, some of them, Shruti gives them, Vedas give them the freedom. So some of them, like we have seen Raman Maharshi and we have seen Swami Taponji Maharaj, they chose not to teach nothing, right? Because they know that the body is going to live. They said, okay, let it live, no desire. But the others, Gurudev is there, Swami Vivekananda is there, that desire was only for the good of the totality. There was no personal agenda in that. That does not happen with them. Personal agenda we have. I have a personal agenda. When I choose to do something, I'm doing it for some reason. That's why the guru, they say, is causeless compassion he has. That compassion is causeless. There is no cause for that compassion.
Yes. Yes.
Man of realization is very difficult to understand. That's why the 3 chapters Bhagwan has explained, right? Sthita Prajna Lakshana, Bhakta Lakshana, and Gunatita Purusha Lakshana. Those are the characteristics. There is nothing. Tulya Ninda Stuti. Somebody praises, okay, fine, no problem. Somebody criticizes, okay, no problem. That way. Because the mind has been transcended. These are all at the level of the mind, intellect, etc. Body, heat and cold, body feels. You think, okay, that's prarabdha of the body. Today body is sick. Tomorrow body will be healthy. Today this kind of food came. That means that was the body's prarabdha, that something that I don't like came today. Somebody brought something that I don't like. Then tomorrow something will come which I like. Okay, that's the prarabdha of the body. It has got nothing to do with me. That idea we have to get firm into.
Jayaji?
Yes.
Being in samadhi and realization, they're one and the same thing.
Yeah. Nirvikalpa samadhi is realization.